Hello, I hope you're all okay. Welcome to my dining room. I'm not in the usual place. I'm not in my allotment. I'm not in my garden. I'm currently in my dining room, as you can see, sitting on the floor next to a very warm fire, holding a very hot cup of tea. I have been down to the allotment this morning and it is absolutely freezing down there. Everything's absolutely fine. I checked in the polytunnel, all the beds are looking fine. It's all absolutely brilliant down there, but it is just so cold. So I thought, what better day than a cold day like this than to start the first seeds of 2024. So I don't like to sow too much too early on in the year because I don't have the conditions to grow too much on. I don't have any racking with grow lights and things like that, and that is absolutely brilliant if you have got that. I wish I did, but I don't have the room for it. I don't have the facilities to house anything like that. So I will just be growing a few things on in my house, but they will be just on my windowsill. So I grabbed a few of these growing containers. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be growing them in. So I got these off Amazon. I think it was a pack of 10. They were relatively inexpensive. I will put a link in the description for these, but these are really good for me because they're quite small. They're small cells. So there is 12 in each one. So I can get 12 seedlings in each one of these. And they're relatively small, so I can just put that on my windowsill. That will not take up much room at all. I can have 3 or 4 of them in a row on my windowsill and not really think about them, not really worry about them, but know that I am growing something. These have also got lids, which I really liked, and they've got these pieces that you put on top of them just to affect the humidity in there. So I thought these were quite a good buy. I haven't used them before. It's not a sponsored post or anything like that, sponsored video. I did buy these and the reviews looked good as well. And the other thing I liked about them was that you can see the roots. So you can actually, no mess, so the water can drain in here, but also you can see the roots as they're growing. So this is how I'm going to be doing it this year. So this came in a pack of 10 and that was one I just wanted to show you what it looked like. But what I have done to prepare for my seed sowing today is I've already put soil into 3 of these. So I'm going to be planting up 3 of these today. I've already dampened the soil so it's nice and damp. I've got some vermiculite to put onto the top to keep that moisture in, and I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about starting some seeds off. My motto of this year is just keep sowing, keep growing. So this is the first of that, and I feel like this will really get me started on a good track. So there's going to be 2 things that I'm actually going to be sowing in January, and those are peppers and chilies, but I'm sowing a few different varieties of each. So it is a bit more than 2 things I'm sowing, but it's, you know, it's 2 different crops that I'm going to be sowing. So I have got sweet peppers. I've got some different ones I haven't done before, and I've also got some seeds that have been sent to me. So it's going to be quite exciting this year actually, because there's things that I haven't done before, things I have done before. I've also got some chilies that I've overwintered. So they're on my top of my kitchen cabinets and they've all been cut back. They're the Hungarian Hot Wax ones, and I'm going to keep them. I am going to be planting them again this year and just see if it is worth overwintering them. See if I get an earlier crop or bigger crop, or it'd be quite a good experiment, I think. Okay, so let's start with the peppers. So I have got California Wonder. So that's the first one I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be sowing 3 of each of these. I probably won't plant up more than 2 of each, but it's good to have a spare. But also, because I am doing them this early, it just means that if anything does happen, I've got so much time to be able to keep sowing. So yeah, California Wonder. I have got Amy, which is a sweet pepper. I've got Sweet Ingrid. So I've never done this one before. So this is an ornamental and an edible. So it looks like it's quite a pretty one. Excited about that one. And I have got Sweet Astor and also Sweet Black Knight, and they're both hybrid ones. Not done those ones before as well. So I'm really excited about my pepper selection. I've also got some saved seed from last year. I know these are a red pepper because I saved them. I don't know what they are. So I didn't label them, but I'm going to sow some of them as well, and we'll see what comes of them. Okay, so on to my chilies. I am going to sow a couple of the Hungarian Hot Wax. Even though I have got some that I've overwintered, I think it'll be quite fun to see the difference in ones I've sown this year and ones I've sown last year. So I'm going to sow some more of those. Again, brilliant labelling from me. I've just got red chili. So we will see what that is when that comes up. We've got Chili Basket of Fire. I'm excited about that one, not done that one before. We've got Tobasco, Little Elf. That grows approximately 30 to 40 centimetres, so that's quite a small one. Padron, I can never pronounce things, as we all know, but really excited to do that one as well. And then we've got Hot Lemon Chili Pepper, grows to approximately 1 metre tall, so I've got a really good selection there. And I'm hoping to sow them all into my mini polytunnel this year. So last year, my mini polytunnel was full of dwarf tomatoes. It was actually only half full of dwarf tomatoes. I didn't plant up the other half. So this year, I'm hoping my mini polytunnel to be full of dwarf tomatoes again, and chilies and peppers. That's what I'm hoping to do. The mini polytunnel is absolutely huge, and it has got so much room in it. And I think I planted maybe like 10 or 12 dwarf tomatoes in there last year, and that was literally not even half full. So I know that I can definitely do a lot of chilies, peppers and tomatoes, and I just think that is going to be so amazing. I'm so excited about that. I'm getting excited for the season already, and we're not even out of January yet. And I always find February to be the coldest month. I don't know why, I just do. I just always find February very cold, and like getting out of February seems to take a long time. Okay, so I've got my label maker ready. I'm going to be labelling them as I sow them. And because we all know what it's like when we think we'll remember what it is and then we don't, and we think, oh, you know, I'll remember that. I know I'll remember that. We don't. So I'm going to make sure I've labelled each of the cells so that I know exactly what I've got in each one. And I'm going to get sowing. Is 3 really tiny trays all sown. So I've got in total then 12 types of pepper and chili already sown in January, and it just makes me so happy. Okay, so I'm just going to cover it now with some vermiculite, and I've got these really cool little tools that Vince got me for my potting up. So I'm really into house plants as well, and I love potting things up anyway, so it's just something I really enjoy. So he got me this little set, and it's got all little tiny tools for like potting up. I just think it just makes it a bit more special when you're doing a task to be using really nice things. Just something I like. So that is my question of the day actually. What just makes it more special for you when you're doing a job in the garden, or with house plants, or any job that you might be doing? What makes it special to you? Looking really good. That's so neat and tidy. I can just put that on my windowsill. I've got space in my kitchen. I've got space in my bathroom as well, which might be good. They're just going to sit there, and I don't really have to do anything. And I just think that just looks so neat and tidy. I did years ago have just trays and seedlings and you name it everywhere, and it was just too much. And I feel like by the time spring came, it was just so overwhelming. So I'm going to be going a bit more steady this year. I'm just going to be starting a few things each month leading into spring, making sure that I am still sowing and growing. I'm just really excited about this. I really enjoyed that today, just sitting down and spending some time just sowing some seeds. So thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you again soon.